This is yoga for millennial men. It's going to focus on having more mobility in the shoulders and opening in the chest so you can have deeper breaths. A lot of us are working with a lot of demands in college or work. You're in the office, you're sitting, you have a crunch on your lower back, your hips are really tight. There's just a lot going on in the hips that affect the diaphragm and your breathing, the muscle of your lungs. And when you have a short breath, your nervous system is not flowing through your body correctly. You have tension in the mind. Your jaw is clenched, and there's just a lot stored up in the body in general. And physiologically, the only way to get rid of these spasms and the little itty-bitty muscles that surround the spine, because a lot of us work on our big muscle groups, and working on these small itty-bitty muscles will help alleviate those spasms in the sciatic nerve and just that discomfort. There's a ton of muscles that we know are tight. We have a lot of layers in the chest and in the shoulders that just prevent us from being open and moving through this world with more space in the body, in the mind, in your thoughts, in between your thoughts. And so, yeah, we're going to work on opening the hips to alleviate the lower back, opening the shoulders, chest, and working on the core disengagement. And it's really good for just recovery, draining out that lactic acid in the body, and just an overall nice feeling that when you come home from work, you can kind of just detach from your day, detach from work, detach from relationships, and whatever it is that keeps your breath tight, your body tight, physically, emotionally, metaphysically, it'll just give you a nice relief. So let's begin. Move the flesh away from the sit bones, sit nice and grounded. Roll the shoulders back and down, just little circles here. And forwards. And then close the eyes, release the jaw, and try not to get weirded out with breathing. It's just as beneficial as moving and building up muscle. It's just as beneficial and strengthening as lifting and doing rigorous exercise, because the only way you're going to have access to these muscles is through the breath, physiologically. The only way you can release these spasms is by breathing with movement. That is yoga, mindful movement meditation. So, that being said, release the jaw. Try to take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Fill up the belly like a balloon. And exhale, part the lips, sigh at the mouth. And again, inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, sigh at the mouth. Notice that there's tension in the hands. Try to release the hip flexors so the knees come down to the mat a little bit more. Sit up nice and tall. Notice if you're slouching. And bring the chin back just a half inch so the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. And just observe where you're at today. Notice if your breath is short, you're kind of chasing your breath. You can't really get it to slow down. The breath is shallow, just breathing in the top of the lungs. On your next inhale, bring your hand to your belly and just fill up the belly like a balloon. Pause at the top, open the mouth, constrict the back of your throat, and exhale like you're fogging up a window. Bring your hand back on your belly, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Just trying to slow the nervous system down, slow everything down so you can release in these muscles, get the extra deeper cracks. Inhale. And exhale, open the mouth. And on the next inhale, fill up the belly. And keeping the mouth closed, exhale with that constriction in the back of your throat. Nice ujjayi breath. And keep this breath going. Keep the eyes closed. Try to just observe where your mind is at. Just detach from it. This next half hour is just going to be for you and your mat. Just you and your muscles, whether getting rid of physical pain or emotional, just trying to get deeper breaths in the body to get more space in between the thoughts, more space in the hips. And then tuck the chin to your chest and roll right ear to right shoulder. Try to spread the collarbones. Throughout the day, subconsciously, when there's tension in the mind, stress, the first thing to go is the jaw and the neck. There's a ton of muscles here that just get built up with manifested experiences or thoughts. Roll the chin along the collarbone and go opposite ear, opposite shoulder. Nice and tall. And roll the chin along the collarbone and go opposite ear, opposite shoulder. You can take this left hand off the mat and just get a little bit more length up in the neck there. It connects all the way down to the shoulder. And bring the hand back on the knee, roll the chin along the collarbone. And go the other side. Keep sitting up tall, try not to slouch. And bring the right hand out. Try to keep this deep ujjayi breath throughout the practice. Notice how hard it was to even obtain this deeper breath when we first started. Come back to center. And when we're in twisty poses, you're going to try to get that deep breath so that your muscles can release. Press down to the palms, draw the elbows in, curl the heart out. We're just going to do a seated cat-cow. And exhale, press it away. Hang back on the shins. Tuck the chin to the chest. Just feel the shoulder blades opening. Inhale, curl the heart up. Draw the elbows in. Keep the jaw nice and soft. Exhale, press it away. One more like that. Inhale, open it up. Just counter stretching all that slouching, sitting at the desk, or studying, or just stress in general. And sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back and down, palms face up. Take a nice deep inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, press the palms into one another to release the shoulders from the ears. Good, just one more. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, arms reach up. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. And bring the left hand down, walk it out. Hinge up and over. Try to keep that right sit bone grounded. Retract that top shoulder away from the ear, just getting length in the side body. You can gaze down at the mat if there's tension in the neck. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, right hand comes down, walk it up. Hinge up and over. Keep both sit bones grounded. Deep breaths. Reach the fingers nice and long. Nice tight belly. Inhale, back to center. Interlace the palms to the top. Palms face up. Bring the biceps in line with the ears. And then just wiggle back and forth. Little shimmies here. Just trying to get some space in the muscles and the ribs. And then bring the palms facing one another. Twist to the right. Right hand behind the spine, left hand on the outside of the knee. Drop the shoulders, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Twist a little deeper. Inhale, sweep it back to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Drop the shoulders, release the knees. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the sternum. And then draw the belly button in and twist a little bit deeper. Come back to center. Arms reach around and up. And bring the arms out in front. Turn the palms out, bring it around the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And just breathe here. Release the jaw, press the heart out. Try not to drag the chin too much forward or let your head hang back. Keep the neck nice and in line. And just notice, close your eyes. Notice how much layers is built up in the chest here. And if you want to go deeper, press into the shins. Lift the hips up. And exhale, sit the sit bones down. Take the hands in front. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen the spine nice and long. And maintaining a nice straight spine, walk the hands out. Tuck the belly button in a little bit deeper. It doesn't matter how far you go. Keep this length in the spine. So you're stretching the correct muscles in the hips and the lower back here. You'll feel it in the hips. Just trying to get a little bit of circulation here to begin. And walk the hands back up. Bring the palms face down on the knees. Roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall again. Close the eyes, not caring what you look like. Just move forward, nice straight spine, and move around in circles here. Keeping the eyes closed, just take note of where there's tension and where there's blockage in the body. In the lower left side of the back or the right side of the back. Notice if your neck is still tight or in the shoulder blades. Just trying to get some blood flow and circulation in the muscles. There. And when you get down to center, go to the other side. Just getting some space in the body. Good. And sit up nice and tall. Bring the opposite heel in front. Turn the palms out and bring it around the body. Roll the shoulders back and down, squeeze them together. Just breathe here. Try to draw the shoulder blades together like you're squeezing an orange in between the blades. Bring the hands in front and exhale. Walk it out nice and slow. Try to keep the sit bones grounded, nice straight spine. Release the space in between the eyebrows. Just try to get everything soft. And walk the hands back up. And then bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. And hug the knees in. Extend the legs long. Point the toes and lower one vertebra down at a time. Reach the arms up overhead. And then draw one knee in at a time. Bring the chin to knees to get a lot of space in the spine. And then release the head back down. Take the hands on the tops of the knees and just do small circles in the lower back. Just massaging there. Getting some circulation, breaking up some stagnant energy that gets stuck in there and the other way. And then bring the arms down and seat, palms face down, knees stacked over the hips, flex the feet. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, bring the knees over to the right, just to hover. Keep the shoulder blades grounded. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the left. Press into both palms. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Go a little bit deeper. Inhale to center. And exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Make sure you're flexing your feet. And exhale, bring the knees all the way to the right side. Try to release the shoulder blades, melt into the mat. You can bring the right hand on the outside of the left knee if you want to just press down and twist a little bit deeper. Breathe from the belly here. So the only way to get this tension out of the back is through the breath, getting out of the sympathetic nerve system, our fight or flight mode, into our parasympathetic. That's only with mindful breathing, with movement. Release the right hand off, bring the left knee back into center, followed by the right. Take a nice deep inhale, realign, and exhale over to the left. Bring the left hand outside the right knee and just press down here. Take 2 deep breaths. And release the left hand, bring it back to center. Point the legs up in the air, point the toes, flex the feet, point, flex, point, and flex. And then slowly lower the left heel down, followed by the right. Sit right here. Bring the head up, bring the arms up, palms face up. Flex. Just trying to engage the abs, just for a nice straight spine throughout the practice, nice plank. And then bring the knees in, chin to knees, and rock up, back to sit, cross over the shins, and come to all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, just realign. If your knees hurt here, bring a blanket under the kneecaps. Point the toes, point the tailbone up, bring the heart through the chest, inhale. Exhale, flip to the tops of the feet, press away, chin to chest. Tuck the toes, draw the shoulder blades together, heart curls up. Exhale, press into the shins, chin to chest. Tuck the toes, inhale, just making space in between each disc in the spine. Exhale, press it away. One more round, inhale. And exhale. Come back to center, neutral spine. Try not to let the belly sink. Draw the navel in. Extend the right leg out. Turn the toes to the outside. Keep this foot flexed. Bring the right knee to right shoulder and back down. We're getting synovial fluid in the joint. Inhale, extend it out. Turn it out. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the shoulders nice and parallel to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. And extend the right foot out. Extend the left arm out. Palm faces in. Keep the head straight. Try not to punch the neck forward. Lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale here. Back on the mat. Just wag the tail side to side. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Bring the heart forward in between the thumbs, and then bring your heart over to the left wrist and back down to center and over the right wrist. Just getting some fluid in the wrist joints. We hold a lot of tension in our hands and forearms. We're always using our hands to type text or just have tension in there just in general. We clench our fists and go the other way. And it's working nice little muscles in the rotator cuffs. And then so the left foot out, toes pointed down, and then bring it out to the side, left knee, left shoulder, and back down to hover. Inhale out, exhale around, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last one, inhale. And exhale, and send the left leg out, draw the belly button in, and send the right arm out. Take a nice deep inhale here, exhale, right elbow, left knee. Working on the spinal stability. Inhale, extend it out, exhale, bring it in. These muscles don't really work unless it's free resistance or swimming. Send it out. And in, extend it out, and in, and lower the right hand down, the left knee down, draw the navel in, tuck the hips over to the right side, and the left side. You can dip it a little bit deeper, just getting the IT band a little, and extend the arms out, open the knees wide, big toes to touch, and melt the hips down for child's pose. Bring the forehead to a point of contact. Just shimmy the shoulders down, trying to get some length. And just come back to the breath. Notice if you're holding your breath. Look up at the space in between the hands. Rise to the fingertips. And take the right hand off the right side of the mat, left hand on top, and just melt that left armpit down. Just opening up in the lat all the way down to the hip. On every exhale, just feel the fascia melting to the muscle, or just one layer at a time, just getting a little bit more length. Inhale back to center and bring it over to the left side. Right hand on top, melt that right shoulder down. Deep breath, really expand the ribcage. And come back to center, press into the shins, realign the knees, tuck the toes, and send the hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. So to align for down dog, come to plank. Shoulders are right over the wrists. Draw the heels back, and then send it up and back. Straight spine, downward facing dog. Nod the head, yes and no. Bring one temple to the bicep and the other. Just get the tension out of the neck. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes and bring both heels over to the right side. Try to keep the shoulders square, just stretching the side body. Inhale back to center and exhale, other side. And inhale back to center and take little itty bitty steps. You can bend the knees as much as you need to come to the top of the mat. Rise up halfway, pressing the hands into the shins, or you can come to blocks. You want to have a nice straight spine, especially for men. You need to rise up a little bit. You have really tight hamstrings, so you want to keep the straight spine. You don't want to be hunched forward like this, because then you're stretching in the tendons and not really the correct muscles in the lower back and the sides of the hips. So inhale, extend nice and long, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, release the tension out of the neck. Deep bend in the knees, press into the heels, roll it up. 1, one vertebra at a time. Sweep the arms around and up on the inhale. And exhale, palms back to the heart. Good. We're going to do a couple sun breaths, just incorporating breath with movement. So inhale, arms reach down, around, and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, straight spine as you go down. You can be soft in the knees, bend them as much as you need. Inhale, rise up halfway, hands on shins, in line with the toes or on blocks or books. And exhale, forward fold. Just fold it in. Deep bend the knee, press into the heels, roll up one vertebra at a time, sweeping arms around and up. And exhale, palms at the heart. Another one just like that. Inhale, arms reach down, around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Try to get the breath long as you go down. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, feel the tension just falling out of that lower back. Draw the belly button in a little bit deeper. Deep bend the knees, press into the heels, roll up one vertebra at a time. Sweep your arms around and up. And exhale, palms at the heart. Another one, just like that. Slowing down the breath, calming the nerve system so we can go deeper into the muscles. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, forward fold. Feel that muscle stretching from the bottom of our feet that touch all the way in the back of our body to the back of our eyes. Nice deep muscle. Deep bend the knees, roll it up. One vertebra at a time, squeezing your arms around and up. And exhale, palms at the heart. Okay. Inhale, arms down and exhale, forward fold. Slowly loosening up here. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, deepen the knees, plant the palms, step back into a wide plank, the width of the mat. So we're going to inhale, send the weight forward on the toes. Exhale, lower it all the way down to the belly. Draw the elbows back, squeeze it into the body. Move your belongings away. Bring the hands to the tops of the ribs. Draw the elbows towards one another so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Peel the heart up for a baby cobra. Just the heart. Working into our back. Exhale, lower it back down. Roll the shoulders back and down again. Press into the palms. Rise up, cobra. Keep the elbows a little bit soft here. Spread the collarbones. Exhale, lower. Bring the arms out wide. So the wrists, elbows, shoulders are in line. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press into the fingertips. Inhale, look over the left shoulder. Exhale, lower it down. Roll them back. Inhale, look over the right shoulder. And exhale, lower it down. Bring the hands to the top of the ribs. Roll it back. Inhale, peel up cobra, baby cobra, or full up dog, pressing into the tops of the feet. And exhale, you can roll over the toes or send it back to the knees and then retuck the toes. Try to keep a nice straight spine as you transfer back. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, or you can hop to the top of the mat. Rise up halfway, lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Release the tension out of the neck. Just trying to be mindful about where we hold our energy. Slight bend the knees, flat spine. This time sweep the arms around and up. And exhale, back to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms down and up. Exhale, leave the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, deepen the knees, plant the palms, step back into plank. A nice normal plank. Feet are inner hip length apart. Hide the heels behind the widest part of your foot. Inhale, send the weight forward on the toes. Exhale, lower it halfway, chaturanga. Hold the elbows in. Flip to the tops of the feet. Peel the heart up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Spread the collarbone. Exhale, roll back. Downward facing dog. Pause here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. So spread the collarbones. Still hiding the heel behind the foot. Gazes in between the toes. Just breathe here. So there are a lot of muscles in the shoulders. You'll feel it. You'll feel the buildup of lactic acid here. Just trying to breathe through that. Every exhale, just feeling it drain to the head. Nice inversion, getting a heart lower than the hips. Good for circulation. Just nice fresh blood flow. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or float to the top of the mat. Rise up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in these, flat spine, sweep the arms down, around and up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Okay, we're going to get a little bit into defense. Inhale, arms down, around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. You could step back into plank, or you could hop back into chaturanga with bent elbows. Flip to the tops of the feet, feel the heart up. And exhale back, downward facing dog. And then inhale the right leg up into the air. Rise to the tippy toe of that left foot. Point the toe, stack the hip one on top of another, and then bend the knee. Exhale, bring the right knee into the chest, chin to knee. Good, inhale, up and over. Exhale, draw the belly button in, chin to knee. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, draw it in. Place the right foot in between the hands. You can use that right hand to scoot it up. Lower the back knee down. You could scoot the back leg back. If this hurts on the knee, bring a blanket underneath the kneecap. Flip to the top of the foot. Press into this top foot. Rise up. Anjaneyasana. Palms are facing in. Nice wide arms. Draw the belly button in. Release the shoulders from here. Just breathe here. You can try to close the eyes. Release the jaw. Release the space in between the eyebrows. Just breathe. Just melting into the hips here. Counter stretching all that forward moving and sitting, that crunch in the head. And exhale. Lower the hands to frame the front foot. Grab your blocks or a book. Or walk the hands back. Just make sure the wrists are right under the shoulders and you have a nice straight spine. So rise up halfway, lengthen. And exhale. Lead with the heart. Forward fold over that right thigh. Keep a little micro bend in that front knee. Energy in this foot. Toes are pointed up. Good. Inhale, rise up halfway again. And exhale, tuck the belly button in so you can go a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, rise back up. And turn the big toe in towards the middle of the mat. And then forward fold, just specializing in that inner hamstring. And just acknowledging where you hold tension in the body, what hamstring is more tight than the other. Inhale, back up to center. Turn the big toe out towards the corner of the mat and forward fold. And come back to center. Bend into the front knee, frame the front foot, tuck the back toe, or you can leave the back knee down. Lift the back knee up, left hand stays, peel the right arm up. Make sure this knee is nice and bent right over the ankle. Hug the right knee in towards the body. You'll feel it deep in the IT band. Draw that right hip back towards the back of the mat. Just breathe here. Try not to let that bottom shoulder crunch, roll it away. Nice deep breaths. And exhale, lower that top hand down, lower the back knee down, and walk the hands back to your blocks or wrists right under the shoulders. Rise up halfway, lengthen the spine, and then left hand stays. You're going to peel the right arm up. This is a nice stretch in the nerves. Nice neural pathway opener. Just breathe. 3 breaths. Nice opening in the IT band. You can keep that gaze down. Energy in the foot. Good. And lower that top hand down. Rebend into that front knee. Frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe up. Lift the back knee up, and we're going to rise right up into a high lunge. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. All 10 toes are facing forward. Notice if you're grabbing the mat with your toes. Lift the front toes up and ground the back down. Open the arms. Take a little deep inhale. You can curl the heart up a little bit. Draw the belly button in. Exhale, soar the torso forward. Just reconnecting with the top of our body. Inhale. Curl the heart up. Exhale, soar forward. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Soar. Good. Frame the front foot and step it back into downward facing dog. Realign. Rise to the tippy toes. Roll the spine forward. Pass plank. So you're on your tippy toes. Send the elbows back. Hug it in. Halfway chaturanga. Flip to the tops of the feet. Curl the heart up to get back under the choice. And exhale. send it back, downward facing dog. And this is a modification for a vinyasa, what we've been doing, plank, chaturanga, up dog, downward dog. So you can rise to the tippy toes, roll the spine forward to plank, exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, or lower the knees down, flip to the tops of the feet, curl the heart up. And exhale, send it back to the knees, tuck the toes, up and back, downward dog. You can see how that feels in your lower back. If it takes that pressure off of that crunch a little bit, it might be nice to start there. Inhale, left leg rises. Point the toe, stack the hip, bend the knee. Try to roll that left shoulder in line with the right. Try not to let it hike up so the shoulders are parallel to the front of the mat. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, left knee in, come to it, reach in. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, bring it in. And place that left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee down, flip to the top of the back foot, and rise up Anjaneyasana to the other side. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here. You can bring a blanket under the knee, or you can even bring the hands to the blocks if there's too much pressure on that back knee. Try to get deep breaths in here. Throw that left hip back a little bit. Square the hips. Good, and exhale, bring the front foot and walk the hands back, lift the left toes up. Take the hands, wrists under the shoulders, deep inhale. Exhale, straight spine, lead with the heart. Try to get tension out of the neck. The whole point, the whole goal of yoga is just to leave with a nice extended, effortless breath and some relief out of the muscles. Exhale, forward, forward. Inhale, rise up halfway again and bring the big toe towards the middle of the mat and forward fold. Right. Inhale back to center, bring the big toe to the left corner of the mat and exhale, lead with the heart. Straight spine. And inhale back to center. Exhale, bend into the front knee, frame the front foot, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee up, or keep it down. Right hand stays, heel the left arm up. Try to keep this back leg nice and straight. Draw back in the back heel. Front knee is right over the ankle. Breathe. Good, and exhale, lower the left hand down, lower the back knee down, walk the hands back, wrists under the shoulders, rise up halfway, and right hand stays, peel the left arm up, and stretch in the whole entire left lower hip, hamstrings, lower back. And this might be a little intense, just calm the breath, really dry breath. Thinking of every exhale is filtering out that space of this hyperactive awareness in the muscles. And exhale, lower the left hand down. Walk the hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee up. And we're going to rise right into our high lunge. So you can scoot that back leg up, nice straight spine, scoot the arms up. Relax your jaw. Draw back in that back heel. You can even bend that back knee for a little bit more stability. Hug those inner thighs together. Breathe. Wide arms. Baby inhale here. Exhale, soar forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, soar. Inhale, open. Exhale, soar. Inhale. Exhale, staying the spine more mobile. And frame that front foot. And step it back into downward facing dog. Spread the collarbone. Rise to the tippy toes, roll it forward. Exhale, halfway chaturanga, flip to the feet. And rise up to the back in the toes. Exhale, filter in back here. And pause here a moment in your downward facing dog. Come back to your back. You can rest in child's pose whenever you need. Listen to your body. Rise up to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or float top of the mat. Rise up, halfway lengthen. And forward fold. Really thin. Slight bend the knees, cross spine, sweep the arms around and up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, sit into chair, Utkatasana. Bring the arms out in cactus. Try not to arch the lower back, draw it in. Draw the shoulder blades together here. And exhale, press the elbows into one another and the palms. You can curve the chest a little. Inhale, open. Exhale, press. Getting some mobility in the shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, press. Inhale, open. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Press into the heels, rise up, take a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Rise up, halfway lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, either step back into plank or jump back. Chaturanga halfway. Inhale, rise to your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. Okay. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Roll it forward to plank and lower all the way down to the belly. So situate yourself on the mat where your face is not going to come on to the wood. And then bring your right hand off the mat in a nice 90-degree angle. So shoulder, elbows in line. Everything's flat. Right side of the chest is flat. Right side of the face is flat. Press into this left palm, bend the left knee, and roll over to the right side. Calm the breath. And nice little twist in the lower back while opening the shoulder here. So release the muscle, getting the protective modes around the neck, shoulder blade, and the front of the way to the top. Keep pressing into that right palm. And roll back to center and switch sides. Left hand comes down, bring the left side of the face. Press into the right hand, bend the right knee, roll over the other side. Calm the breath. Just feel the chest melting into the mat a little bit more on every exhale. Okay. And roll it back to center. Bring the hands, palms face up. Hold the shoulders back. Lift the legs up, press the pelvis into the mat. Just working on stability here. Get the neck nice and long. And bend the elbows. Plug them in here. Draw the elbows together. And then lower it down. Roll the shoulders back and down. Peel up to your back bend of choice. And exhale. Send it back to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up into the air. Point the toe. Stack the hip. Bend the knee. Keep the shoulders square to the mat. Exhale, draw that right knee into the chest and place it in between the hands. Pivot the back foot down for warrior one. So it's like you're in skis. So squiggle this right foot out to the right a little bit. So you're in a wider stance and sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to your hips and try to just square your hips to the front of the room. So draw that right hip back. Keep it bending that front knee. Knee is stacked right over the ankle. Ground down in that back pinky edge. And then send the arms up. We're getting deep in this iliopsoas muscle that connects the front of our body to our lower back. It's a lot of where a lot of men feel this tension, this crunch in the lower back, and this pain. So bring the arms out in front. Turn the palms out, bring it around the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. So if this is too tight for you, bend the elbows, press the knuckles into the lower back, and just feel the opening here. You can even tuck the chin to your chest. Spread the collarbones even deeper. And just breathe here. This is all beneficial. Or you can roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and straighten the arms here. And you can curl the heart up. Exhale, come back to center. Reach the arms back around and up. And exhale, Frame the front foot. Pivot the back foot facing forward and bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot. Swiggle this right foot out to the right. And take lizard here. So there's a couple of options. You can walk the hands forward with a nice strengthening stretch. Draw that back heel back. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Get deep breaths in here. You can lower the back knee down and come down to the forearms. Stack the fists. Try to neutralize the cervical spine or bring the forehead to a block. Try not to let this knee splay out or hyperextend. You don't want it right here. You want the heel grounded right under the knee and hug it in towards the body. Just close the eyes, release the jaw. Try to get deep breaths into this big joint in the body. And walk the hands up. Tuck the back toe. Swiggle this right foot back into center. And then send this right foot back up into the air for three-legged dog. Point the toe, stack the hip, bend the knee. And then we're going to bring this right leg across for a pigeon. So you want this right knee right outside the right wrist or right behind it. Scoot this back leg back. So you want the shin to be parallel across the mat. That's really hard, especially for men, so draw the heel in towards the pelvis and just try to swing your hips forward. Release the glutes, try to melt in here first. And if you want, you can bring a pillow underneath the base of the body just to get some tension off of the hip. This is really good for the sciatic nerve and just opening up for the lower back and the hips. And once you have a nice lengthened spine, walk it forward and come back to your nice neutral spine. So stacking the fists, or coming down to the forearms. Every inhale you take, think of it as this nice cleansing light blue light. It travels to this deep, deep point of tension in the hip, and on your exhale, it slowly sweeps out this gravel that kind of has just built up in there. And then slowly come into palms, walk the hands back up, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee up, press into that front shin. You can step back into your downward dog, but then lift that right leg back into the air, point the toes, stack the hips, bend the knee, and take little circles on the hip here. Just getting that synovial fluid moving around in the joint and the other way. Lower the right foot down and take a vinyasa to the other side. Send it forward, lower down halfway to the belly. Rise up, or you can always skip a vinyasa. It's your practice. Do what your body needs. Turn it back, downward dog. Left side, inhale the left leg up. Point the toes, stack the hips, bend the knee. Keep it nice and in line. And exhale, draw the left knee in. Place it in between the hands, put the back foot down, make a nice wide stance. Scoop the arms up, hard lunge. Doing warrior one. Draw that left hip back. Shoulders away from the ears. Release the jaw. Breathe. Going down that back pinky edge. Notice if you're clenching in the toes and the mat. You'll find softness but strength in the body here. And exhale. Famous front foot. Pivot on the back foot. Oh, wait. Roll the shoulders away. Bring the arms out in front. Turn the palms out. Bring it around the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. Same thing you did with the first side. Do with the second. Just open up here. Release the jaw. Just get the breath into these layers in the body. You can straighten your arms, curl the heart up. And exhale, release. Bring the arms back into center. Pivot on the back foot. Bring the left hand on the inside and squiggle this left foot out to the left. Walk the hands forward for a lizard to strengthen, stretch. or make it a little bit more restorative. Get some pressure off of the hip, lower that back knee down, and bring the forehead down to a point of pressure. Just breathe here. And then slowly lower it. Hands rise back up, squiggle this left foot back to center, touch the back toe, lift the back knee up, and send this left leg up and over. Three-legged dog. And then slowly bring this left leg back for picking. Left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right wrist. Scoot this back leg back. Sit up nice and tall. Try to release the glutes. Breathe here. Calm the body down. Take a last deep inhale, lengthen the spine, and tuck your belly button and walk it out forward. It won't last that long. Just try to get deep breath in the body. And slowly plant the palms, walk yourself back up, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee up, press into that front shin, realign your down dog, lift the left leg up, point the toes, stack the hip, bend the knee, and take little circles in this hip here. Just move that around. And the other way. And then lower that left leg down. And take your last vinyasa of 2 days practice. Lowering halfway, very slow, mindful movement on the breath. Nice circulation, opening. And when you're ready, slowly lower down to the knees and sit on the heels. And bring the wrist creases forward. So the closer to the body, the more comfortable, further away, more intense. Try to spread the collarbones, just breathe here. And sit back up. Bring the arms out wide, 90 degrees. Bring the fingers down. Try to keep the shoulders, elbows in line. Back up and down. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just getting some more mobility. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. Draw it together. Shoulder blades, press it together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the arms out in front. You can swing the legs over to the right side. Lower the left hand down. Actually, lower the right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. And exhale. And up and over. Just getting the last bit in the lower back and slide. Lower the top hand down. Bring the hips over to the other side. Inhale the right arm up. And exhale. And up and over. And lower this hand down. And come to sit on the mat. Bring the knees, feet nice hip length apart. Bring the hands back. Open the shoulders and just windshield wiper the knees. That's a bit of opening in the hips here. Right. And sit up on the sit bones. Bring your legs in Baddha Konasana. So the feet are a little bit further away. A lot of tension in the hips. Hands on the ankles. Elbows are going to press on the insides of the knees. So you lengthen first. And then exhale. Nice straight spine. Press the elbows on the insides of the thighs and the knees. Just trying to get more space in that lower back. Inhale, rise back up. Bring the feet together. Bring them a little closer. Hands around the front of the toes. And exhale, bring the elbows in front of the shins. You can curve the spine here, just getting deep in the inner thighs. Inhale back to center and send the legs in front. Sit up nice and tall, arms reach up. And exhale, nice straight spine. You can bring the hands around the calves, ankles, or the pinky edges of the feet. Try to get that last bit more space. And sit up nice and tall. Sit on the sit bones and bring it back to Navasana, boat pose. And extend the legs long. Lower it down one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms up overhead. Do yourself a nice full body stretch. And then slowly draw the knees back into the chest. Bring your full circle. Take the hands on the tops of the knees. And just massage in the lower back here. Moving that around. And the other way. Hug the left knee and extend the right leg long. And then bring this left knee out to the left side. Try to keep the right hip rounded. And then just feel the muscle hanging off the bone here. Take a nice deep breath in. Send the breath to that space in the hip. And on your exhale, just feel some more muscles just turning off. Getting out of this on-the-go mode. And then bring the left knee into the chest. Switch hands. Left hand comes out to T. Palm faces up. Take a deep inhale. Before you scoot on that lower hip, exhale. Bring the knee over to the right side. Try to keep the shoulder blades grounded. Just breathe from the belly here. You can even look over at that left hand to get it fixed in the cervical spine. And back to center. Hug the knees in, chin to knees, realign. Spine, release the head back down, hug the right knee in, and then bring the right knee onto the right side. Keep this left hip grounded. Relax the shoulders. Just breathe here. Have all the muscles fall off the bone. No energy in the foot or the hip flexor, lower back. And then bring the right knee into center, switch hands, the right hand comes up to seat. Take a nice deep inhale before you scoot on the lower hip. Exhale over to the left side. Calmness in the breath. Inhale back to center. Hug the knees in, and open the legs wide for happy baby. Guys, if you have a lot of opening, you can grab the inner thighs, just draw the knees down, or grab the inside soles of the feet, pinky edges. Try to keep the tailbone grounded and just draw the shoulder blades down into the mat. Draw the knees down. You can rock side to side. So that's a bit of opening. And then draw the soles of the feet together and lower them down, pinky edges on the mat. Bring your arms out in cactus. Feel the shoulder blades just release. Try to get the backs of the hands to just rest effortlessly on the floor, off the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, fill up the belly. And part the lips and just sigh. Feel yourself slowly melting into the ground. The front of the body melting into the back of the body. The eye sockets is heavy. And softness in the jaw. Spread the skin across the forehead. The softness in your breath. Just try to observe where this practice has left your mind, your body. And this practice isn't over. It's trying to just finish up your practice with the breath. Trying to sweep everything out. Feel the skull heavy on the back of the earth. Feel the shoulder blades just slowly release. The pelvis heavy on the earth. And then observe yourself from the outside in. Trying to keep your eyes closed. Just watching yourself laying effortlessly. And when you're ready, just go out into Shavasana. Extend the right leg to the right corner of the mat and the left leg to the left corner of the mat. And bring the arms by the hips, palms face up. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And just sigh out the mouth. Just letting everything go. The past you can't control, the future you can't control. All you can control is your breath and your mind in the present moment. Just trying to detach from whatever keeps your breath tight and your body tight. And observing this effortless extended breath from the belly. And then just try to get lost in the process of your own breathing. Now what should I do? That's it. Should I I feel like that's it. Yeah.
So just a nice image, you know?
A quick ending?
Yeah, I mean however you want to wrap it up.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. We could probably have this time with the water sound.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah.
And slowly on your next inhale, you get nice and deep in the body. Allow gentle movement to enter into the body, wiggling your toes and fingers. And slowly draw in one knee at a time into your chest and make your way onto your right side. And trying your best to keep your eyes closed, press yourself up to a nice, easy seat at the top of your mat. And tuck the chin to the chest, bring the palms to heart center. Just honoring yourself for your hard work, your discipline, your heat, and for just practicing this ancient practice of opening the body and the mind.